We're learning Chuan Fa, which is a type of wushu kung fu. So let's go ahead and begin, starting with the opening. So rather than bowing like you would do in a traditional karate, all we want to do is step out to the right to a horse stance. Bring your hands up to the side into a diamond shape. Bring your palms together. Down. Right hand becomes a fist, left hand stays a palm. Then come up. Bring the hands out and down to the side. Next, the right hand comes up as a fist, left palm in front of it. Your right foot is going to step forward sideways. Then you're going to step foot with your left into a cat stance, just touching your toe, not putting any weight on it. Pushing both hands forward. Grab. Step back left. Bring the hands back, slight circle as you step back right, and pull your hands back to your waist. Then hands down to the side. So let's go ahead and do that one more time. Step out, hands up, down, right hand becomes a fist, back up, right hand becomes a fist, left hand open, step sideways right, step forward the left foot, pushing both hands forward, grab, and step back, bringing the hands back to the waist. All right, so the first thing we want to do is warm up. So to warm up, we're going to start with a kickboxing drill. So to do this, let's go ahead and put your left foot forward, right foot back, however you want to fight. Just get into a comfortable stance. We're going to start off with a forward punch. We're going to throw this punch 20 times. As you do this, try to keep your chin tucked into your chest and your shoulders up. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, we're going to keep throwing this punch. We're going to add a cross or a reverse punch. So it'll be 1, 2. All right, go ahead and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, after the jab and the cross, I'm going to go ahead and add a left hook. Just turn your right and your knee inward. Keep that elbow tight against the body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, after the hook, I'm going to go ahead and add an uppercut. So you jab, cross, hook, uppercut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, after that uppercut, we're going to drop the count down to 10. As this hip's coming up to this uppercut, you're going to follow it with your waist. You throw a small roundhouse kick or a low roundhouse kick to the knee. So you jab, cross, hook, uppercut, roundhouse. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, after the roundhouse kick, we're going to add another kick in. To do this one, I'm going to bring the kick back and add a snap kick. So you jab, cross, hook, uppercut, roundhouse, snap kick, and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so after the roundhouse and snap kick, I'm going to turn this into what my school called a chicken kick. I've also seen it called a scissor kick. And all it is after this snap kick, you're going to jump up and do a snap kick off the other foot. So look at the kick. All right, so I'm going to do the whole combo. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, after the chicken kick, as we sit down, I'm going to add a back fist punch. Also going to go ahead and drop the count here down to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, after this back fist punch, I'm going to add a vertical punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, after that kickboxing drill, you should be good and warmed up. So we're going to move on to stretching. For our first stretch, go ahead and put your right leg back, left leg forward. Keep your hands up in fighting position. Try to pull back the toes as you lift your leg up and try to bring those toes as close as you can to your forehead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, let's go ahead and put your legs side by side. Next one, do stretches out to the side. Bring your leg up and bringing it back down. All right. 1, 2. And take a slight step in, just get a little bit of momentum. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, next, when you do your rear stretch kicks, just gonna lift that leg up as high as you can behind you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, we should be warmed up and stretched out. So go ahead and grab a quick drink if you have the water. And we're going to move on and do yellow belt basics. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, go ahead and get into a horse stance. If you don't know this stance already, just step out to your right, comfortable distance, and then pretend you're sitting on a horse. Bring your hands back. This is a horse stance. From here, let's go ahead and put your left hand out. Put them on a few basic punches. This is going to be a straight punch. All you're going to do is your hands change places. As one pulls back, the other pushes forward. I'm going to do 10 of those. And try to keep this stance as deep as you can, almost keeping your thighs parallel to the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I want to do the same thing. These are double punches. Just means punching 2 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Triple punches just means 3 punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and learn a back fist punch. So you'll bring this fist into your chest, bring it straight out, and then back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, let's come up. So that was our horse stance. Next, we're going to learn a bow stance. So for this one, face sideways, get into your horse stance, and then turn your body to face forwards and bend your knee. And back straight, and this is your bow stance. From here, we're going to learn a forward punch and a reverse punch. So let's start. I've got the left leg forward, so let's put the left hand out, forward hand over the forward leg. Reverse punch means a punch coming off of the back side. That's all that means. So a cross would be a reverse punch. So since we do these in warm-up, we're only going to do 3 of these a piece. All right, 1. And while we're here, since we need to switch to do another reverse punch, we're going to do a forward punch in between. So forwards, 2, 1 and 2, and 3, 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Right hand out. So now we're going to do a double punch, doing a reverse punch followed by a forward punch. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're here. Let's go ahead and learn a vertical punch. Vertical just means instead of a flat punch or a horizontal punch, this fist is going to be facing up and down. It's good for going in between guard when you have a tight guard, and your hand this way just can't get in there. All right. 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and switch sides. 1, 2, 3. Because this is Chuan Fa mixed with Wushu, there's a lot of different punches we're going to learn. So those are pretty much our basic punches. Next, we're going to learn some more Wushu-based punches, which are going to come up more later in Wushu forms, specifically Junbao Wushu. So our first one is going to be a Roundhouse Punch. This one, we're going to step up, bring the hand around, almost like a haymaker, and then circle it in tight. And the idea here is this person has their guard just a little bit too far out. So what we want to do is we want to come around the guard and hook the jaw, which is why we've got this wide swing and then this tight movement inward. All right. 1, 2, and 3. Let's do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that's called a roundhouse punch coming in. So a reverse roundhouse punch is almost just going the opposite way. The one difference being it kind of comes more from this opposite hip so that you can get some more torque into it. And it's moving outward. And it's not so much going to get a strike in as so much as it's your hips and your form and everything moving into their guard. So it's going to move that guard out of the way, allowing you to come up with a follow-up strike to the side of the head or to the kidney, somewhere in that area. All right. 1, 2, and 3. Other side. 1, 2, and 3. Next, we have an over-the-head roundhouse punch. As this punch was explained to me, it's for someone who has a little too wide of a guard, so you're going to come in between. So as you step up, almost like a reverse roundhouse punch, but you're going to come over and down so that it rakes the forehead down the face. 1, 2, and 3. Other side. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, our next punch is a side horse power punch. This one's just like you're reaching forward, grabbing a handful of hair. And you're going to step up with the opposite hand as you pull back. This hand pushes forward as the body turns sideways. 1, 2, and 3. Switch sides. 1, 2, and 3. The next strike is similar. It's called the sideways vertical punch. This one you're stepping up and turning sideways, throwing a vertical punch at waist level. This just helps you get a little bit of distance versus a flat punch being square, whereas you would basically your punch would stop here. Now I can reach my target. So it just gives you that little bit of extra reach that really helps out. Alright. So to do this, step up, twist the hips as you turn into a horse stance, and shoot that fist straight out sideways into a vertical punch. So I'll do it facing this way so you can see it a little better. 1, 2, and 3. Do it on the other side, same thing. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, the last punch we have is called an over-the-shoulder downward punch. Just for when they got their arms up, you want to come over the shoulder down into this jaw. So we're going to create a small illusion where they're stepping for this one. So we're going to make it look like we're stepping away from the punch, but we're not actually stepping back. Instead, what we're doing is stepping across, over, and that way as the shoulder comes up just a little bit, which hopefully is right over their guard, or if you see their guard right here, right over that, so that you can come over that guard down onto that jaw. And by taking that side step, we can now twist a full 180 degrees to get our hips into a lot of power, hopefully straight down on that knockout point if you can time it and get that hit just right. Alright, so we're going to start this one staying in a neutral stance. Steps cross to the side, and the shoulder up, turn, and punch, kind of in a little curve downward to get over that shoulder and down on that jaw. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's do the same punch on the other side. So now your right foot's going to swing over, left hand comes up. As you unwind, punch comes down. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that pretty much concludes the punches. So let's go ahead and grab a drink there if you have your water. Let's move on to learn a few kicks. So let's start off. We learned a bow stance. Now let's learn a soft bow. A soft bow is just a more relaxed fighting stance. Both knees are going to be bent, kind of up on the balls of the foot, ready to jump forward, ready to jump back. Similar to the Jeet Kune Do ready stance, but it's just that way you can move quick and jump side to side rather than being in a deep stance like you would in a form. And the reason for that is in forms you want to practice these stances nice and deep, because it helps build leg strength and power and flexibility, but it's hard to move. If you're trying to throw a snap kick from a horse stance, that takes a lot of time versus being in a higher stance where you can just throw it and get out. But when you fight, your stance is naturally going to come up anyways. So it's good to practice it a little bit lower. And then whenever you fight, you're naturally going to come up. That's not something you're going to need to practice. So it's good to go ahead and keep those stances low during your forms and while practicing your basics. Okay, so the front snap kick, I'm going to lift the knee up, extend the front foot out, bring it back, and set it down. 1. Now notice I'm keeping the toe turned down. This is a growing level kick. That way you don't hit your toes, break any of them because you're hitting them underneath or between the legs. 2 and 3. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Same kick. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'm going to switch sides again. I'm going to do the same kick. So it's got the same 4 parts. But on part 2, instead of the toes being turned down, you want to hit with the ball of the foot. So for that, you want to try to hit there about stomach level. Right in that area. All right. 1, 2, 3. Switch sides. 1, 2, and 3. Let's go ahead and switch sides again. I want to throw the same kick as high as you can. You want to try to hit with the heel of the foot. 1, 2, 3. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3. Okay, next one is that roundhouse kick low again, just like you're trying to break the knee. Think of it like swinging a baseball bat, bringing that knee up sideways, twisting that front foot, and whipping that leg on. All right. 1, 2, and 3. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3. Okay. In this style of Chuan Fa, this kick is actually called a wheel kick because it comes at a 45-degree angle, whereas in this particular style, a roundhouse kick, is only the parallel. So, a true roundhouse kick in this style would be parallel to the floor. Anything coming at an angle would be a wheel kick or a different type of kick. So now we're going to do that wheel kick, but instead of low, we're going to do a wheel kick high, kick anywhere you can above the waist. Eventually you want to be able to kick that. All right. 1, 2, 3. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's go back to a horse stance. I'm not going to go very deep this time so we can throw the kicks a little easier. I'm going to throw a side snap kick. So to do a side snap kick, I'm going to bring this leg up into the knee, extend it out, bring it back, and set it down. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Other side. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now I'm going to do a rear snip kick. This time, lift the knee up, put behind you, kick backwards, bring it back, and set down. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Other side. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so that's our snap kick, our wheel kick, our side snap, and our rear snap kick. So our only other kick is a Japanese thrust or a front thrust kick. It's going to look similar to a snap kick, and you're going to lift your knee up. Think of it like trying to kick a door down or something. You're going to push through the kick. So bring this feet up, and instead of snapping it back and bringing it down, this front foot is going to twist and drive through. You can, after you drive through, pull it back, but you want to get through your target first. And again, I'll throw it here to where you can see it a little bit. 1, 2, and 3. Switch sides. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that's our front thrust kick. So that concludes all of our kicks. Let's see where we are. 7:30. Okay. So let's go ahead and grab a drink there. After kicks, that leaves blocks. So I want to start with a front and one block. This one, think of bringing your hand up by your ear, stepping up, turning your body slightly, and just turning your forearm into that target. And let's go ahead and do these 10 times just to get that practice in. Inward block, right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and make it a habit. Because after you step in, bring this other hand up into a fighting stance. A lot of martial arts, it's common to bring it back to the waist. This particular style, anytime we want to be ready to fight. So we generally start from a neutral stance and then instantly move into a fighting stance. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, next let's step up and do an outward block. A lot of people have trouble grasping the concept of an outward block at first. I'm not sure why, but it's really hard to explain. So the easiest way I find to explain it is think of you're reaching on a counter or something and picking it up to look at it. And that's pretty much the motion you're making for an outward block, just with a closed fist. So you're going to step up, and from this you can just make a slight circle upward, and you want that pretty much parallel with your shoulder when it stops, so it's just past your nose. So it's not coming this way over to move anything that to this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just want to face this way to do the other side. Step forward left, outward block. Again, just from your hip, bring it up, outwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so that's our inward block and an outward block. The next block is going to be our downward block. For this one, think of reaching across your body over by your ear. You're going to step forwards and block downwards. It's going to be here. Alright, so starting off, I'm going to go this way. Left hand, left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to try to go into a bow stance. It's just a good stance to practice. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch sides, going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, next we have our upper block. So this one, we're just going to step forwards and bring the hand forearm across the body, straight up, so it's just a little bit higher than the forehead, keeping the fist closed. 1, 2, 3. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's upper block, lower block, down block, forward block. Next, we're going to learn a cross block. So cross block, we're going to get into a horse stance, and all this is your fist is turned down, your hand's going to come straight across. Just like if you see someone throwing that snap kick towards your groin, I'm going to stop the kick right there. So I'm going to do this side, and then this side for each count. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, next is a palm up reverse hand block. Sorry, that's not cross block, that's a reverse hand block. This is a palm up reverse hand block. So the palm's up, same block, just facing the other way. Start with the right hand out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and later on I'll use these in Indonesian, stepping back, doing that sort of block, just kind of stop it, and then hammer onto that nerve point or strike the target again, just to damage the leg a little bit. Okay, so next we have a pressing block. So all I want to do, say they grab us or something, I'm going to put our hand and press down. And that's all there is to the block. So 1. Let's go ahead and get deeper into horse. 2, and 3. All right, we can come up now. So that concludes our blocks, which is good because the first form in Kenpo is a form comprised of all the blocks. We're just trying to kind of put them together. One block that we didn't fully go over is the extended outward block. And all that is off the outward block we did earlier. That block continues to go, arm turns to the outside. Just pushes it out a little further, and you can use it to grab the hand if you need to after a block. So we're going to do that block in this form to fully extend it. So star blocks form, we're assuming at this point you have it on the full salutation, which is how we open the class here. So this form just starts with a simple step out right, touch your fist to your palm, come back, and then go into horse stance. And that's how you want to start this form. So let's just do that much of it 3 times real quick. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, once we're in our horse stance, we're going to start on our right side and we begin a sequence of blocks. The first block is the upper block. Now the upper block can actually be done two ways. For this one, I like to do it the second way. One way is how we did it practicing individually, where we use a form and bar. The second way is to do like an uppercut strike and then turn that forearm at the last second to catch it. This way gives you a bit more of a coverage area, so you're not likely to go past the punch or miss it, as you would be the other way. This other way with the uppercut gives you a bit more speed, so if you're fighting someone really fast, you may want to switch up which block you use. Okay, so we're going to do the uppercut way and turn, and that's our upward block. From there, we're just going to fall straight down into an inward block. So let's go up to there 3 times from the beginning, just to help get this down. So 1, step out and touch, come back, horse stance. Upper block, inward block, and back to where you began. 2. And 3. Okay, from this inward block, we'll move to the outward block, on past to the extended outward block that we just covered. So we're going from inward all the way out. Notice we're back here by our side now. I'm going to curve that in front of our face over to a downward block. So we've already done upward block and inward block. Now we're going to do outward block and downward block. I'm going to do up to that movement 3 times. So again, step out, touch your hand to your palm, come back, step out into horse stance, upward block, inward block, outward to extended outward block, downward block. Bring it up. 2, step out, touch, bring it back, step out into horse stance, upward block, inward block, extended outward block, and downward block. And last one, and 3. Okay, so now we're going to repeat that entire sequence on the left side. So it's the same thing, just upward block, inward block, outward block, and downward block, and bring the hand back. I'll do that 3 times. 1, step out and touch, bring back. Horse stance, up, in, out, down. Other side. Up, in, out, down. Okay, now we've got that much. We're going to go ahead and add the next part too, because it's the same thing, but it's both hands at the same time. Going upwards, inwards, outwards, and downwards. Okay, 2. Up, in, out, down. Up, in, out, down. Both hands double up, in, outwards, and downwards. And back. And 3. Come out and touch, back, step out into horse stance. Upward block, inward block, outward block, downward block. Bring that back. Upward block, inward block, outward block, downward block. Bring that back. Double up, double in, double out, double down. Bring that back and back up into horse stance. Okay, so let's go ahead after we bring these back up and add the reverse hand block. I'm going to start on the left side, just bring this out and over. I'm going to do it on the other side, followed by the palm up and palm up on the other side, and then the downward presses all together. That was a lot, but we're going to go over it 3 times. I'll call out everything as we go. Just repeat this class as you need it until you get it down. Okay. 1, step out and touch your fist to your palm. Bring your feet together. Step out into your horse stance. Upward block. Inward block. Outward to extended outward block. Downward block. Bring that back to your waist. Upward block. Inward block. Outward to extended outward and downward block. Bring it back. Double upward block. Double inward block. Double outward block. Double downward block. Bring it back. Reverse hand block. Other side. Palm up, reverse hand block. Other side. Downward press. Other side. We're going to go ahead and finish this form up with a few punches. It's just 2 straight punches. Again at a 45-degree angle. Again at a 90-degree angle. Left elbow, right hand touches the palm. Come up and close. And bring it down. All right, let's do that 2 more times. 2, come out, touch your hand to your palm, come back. Set into horse stance, upward block, inward block, outward block, downward block, upward block, inward block, outward block, downward block. Both hands up, in, out, and down. Reverse hand block. Reverse hand block. Palm up, reverse hand block. Palm up, reverse hand block. Downward press, downward press. Straight punch. Straight punch. 45, 45, 90, 90. Elbow straight up. Elbow straight up. Hand touches your palm. And come back. And last time. And 3. Come out and touch your palm. Come back. And do a horse stance. Upward block. Inward block. Outward to extended outward block. Downward block. Bring that back to your waist. Upward block. Inward block. Outward to extended outward block. And downward block. Bring that back to your waist. Both hands up. In. Out. And down. Reverse hand block, reverse hand block. Palm up, reverse hand block, palm up, reverse hand block. Downward press, straight punch, straight, 45, 45, 90, 90, elbow, and elbow. Touch, and come. Alright, so that covers our bit. We warmed up and stretched. That covers some basics. Our first form there is called star blocks, which is the form we just did with the blocks. So from there, let's go ahead and do a little bit of pull down stretching and close the class from there. So we're going to go ahead and push your legs about twice length your shoulders. Grab your elbows and hang down. Okay, let's go over to your right side and bring your head close to your knee over there. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Okay, let's come back to the middle and bring your legs just a little further apart and then back to the middle again. Back over to your left side or right side. And back over to your left side. Let's go ahead and walk out. Look back up at the ceiling. Keep your hips on the floor. Sit back into a cat stretch. Come up into a plank. Right hand up. Hold for 10 seconds. And switch sides. And walk that up. And let's go ahead and close class. Thank you for watching.